News just in, guys. Look away if you're George Russell fans. It's so excruciating. I'm a Lewis fan and it was fantastic that he's been given the win, but George Russell robbed of what is a fantastic drive, probably one of his best drives to pick up the win from P6. He's been disqualified. The car has been underweight. They did the first weighing and the car weighed in at 798 kilos. They then had to drain the fuel. 2.5 litres of fuel came out of that car. The car then weighed 796.5, so 1.5 kilo underweight. They have an inside and outside weighing scales, the FIA do. Both collaborated and checked by the team. Mercedes happy with that. They then went in and had a hearing, and Mercedes said we've got no mitigating factors to that at all, and it was just a simple error. George Russell loses the race win in Spa. I just feel so sorry for him. He was over the moon with that. To pull that off a one stop where everybody else was looking around behind them for the undercut, and the one stop just kind of went under the radar, didn't he? To pull that off, he was at one stage, just half a second slower than Verstappen on fresher tyres, and he'd had 16 lap old hards at that time. So yeah, absolutely gutting. He did a really good job, held back his teammate Lewis. Through a Hail Mary it worked, but to be sucker punched by this through no fault of his own, the team say an honest mistake. And I'm sure it is because they know the consequence of this. They all get weighed. Well, they pick out 3 cars and it's pretty much always the race winner. And yeah, he's been caught out. Really unfortunate. He loses that win. Win number 105 for Lewis Hamilton, who gets promoted. Oscar Piastri jumps up into second place and Charles Leclerc rounds off the podium. It's a bit disappointing for him because it would have been great to see him up there. They don't get to celebrate in front of the fans and really enjoy that win, but he'll take that. Max Verstappen moves up to 4th, Norris 5th, Carlos Sainz 6th, Sergio Perez 8th, Perez 7th, Carlos Sainz 6th, Alonso 8th, and Ocon 9th, and Daniel Ricciardo is the winner here. He picks up a point. A well-deserved point for him, actually, because he was running in that top 10 for a fair bit of the race, and to miss out on the end, he'll be happy with a point, but not in these circumstances, I suppose. You want to win your points off track, but he'll take them, no doubt. Yeah, bad news. Really disappointing from Mercedes to do that. It's a clear error. It's not the fact that they overfueled. They can't use fuel as a weight ballasts, and therefore when they weighed it at 798 with fuel in, they knew they were in trouble immediately at that point, didn't they? Stewart said Mercedes didn't take out all the fuel as per the right technical regulations, and so when they did that, the car weighed 296.5. Now Ted made a good point, which I've watched, that actually in Spa you don't have a cool down lap because it's such a long lap. You just turn around turn 1 and that's the end of it, so you don't get the time to pick up rubber on the out lap. And I'm not sure if you do pick up 1.5 kilos of rubber on that cool down lap, but that could potentially have made the difference. I'm not sure. But yeah, to miss out by 1.5 kilos, it's not an awful lot. He probably lost more than that in weight and fluid weight, didn't he, George Russell? But it's the way it goes. It's the rules. They're so clear cut on this. It has to be the 798. And yeah, absolutely disastrous. Mercedes lose out on a 1-2. Yeah, really disappointing from George. But that's it. An updated classification. Yeah, and win for Lewis Hamilton, like I said, but I'm sure he'll not take so much glory from that. But yeah, to be in it to win it, it was a great race. Such a shame and a horrible result for George Russell. I'm sure I'll be hoping to come back stronger in Zandvoort. See you next time for the driver ratings video coming soon. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment as always. See you next time.